Hi everyone, my name is JT Pilot, and today we'll be making another video. This time we'll be doing the 34th airport day at my Jacksonville Fictional Airport, and this is for July of 2024. Yes, on today's airport day we do have a few brand new models that I've received from the airplane store, so if you're curious about those models, check out my latest massive unboxing number 7 on my YouTube channel. But other than that, we haven't really received any other new releases, so yeah, so let's just get started off with all of our aircraft, taxiing around, and we'll proceed on from there. So let's get started. Alright, so starting off with our first aircraft in today's airport day, here we United 737-700, taxiing onto runway 34 for a flight out to Newark today. And I did take this flight from Norfolk, Virginia on this exact same aircraft a few weeks ago, so that's really exciting, and just want to include that in my Jacksonville Fictional Airport day. And yes, I'll also include that in my Norfolk Airport as well. But you know, it's a fictional airport, so might as well include a route that I did take in real life. Alright, so proceeding on to our next aircraft. You have an ITA Airways Airbus A350-900. You'll be doing a flight out to Rome today. Proceeding on to our next taxi aircraft, here we have the wonderful JetBlue Airbus A220-300. And this aircraft has just arrived in from Worcester in Massachusetts, and he'll be making a return flight out there. So that's a really cool A220 flight, and yes, and Worcester is a new JetBlue destination out of my fictional airport. Alright, so proceeding on to our first Southwest aircraft in today's airport day, here the lovely NG model Southwest Airlines Boeing 747-700 and the Missouri 1 livery. So grateful this livery is still flying around on the Dash 700, so I want to include it as many times as I can before Southwest retires them. So yes, so Southwest Airlines has undergone a lot of changes recently, which I'll probably discuss in a future video. But yes, it's kind of sad seeing the open seating policy going away. So I just wanted to mention that in today's airport date. So this Southwest 747-700 has just arrived in from St. Louis, and it'll be soon heading out to Indianapolis. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, here the Icelandair Boeing 747-MAX 9, and this aircraft will be doing a flight out to Reykjavik, Keflavik. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, here at Hawaiian Airlines Boeing 787-9, and it'll be doing a domestic flight out to Honolulu today, so that's a really cool domestic wide-body flight. And this aircraft has just departed from the international gates over at my airport, so here at the Cayman Airways Boeing 747-MAX 8, it'll be making a flight out to the wonderful Cayman Islands and to the airport of Georgetown. Proceeding on to our next aircraft. And there we go. So proceeding on to our next aircraft, here for Alaska 737-800. And we'll say this aircraft will be heading off to San Diego in California. Proceeding on to our next Southwest aircraft, here we Southwest 747-MAX 8. He's just arrived in from Long Island Islip, and he'll be making a flight out to Norfolk, Virginia. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, here we WestJet Boeing 747-800 that is currently in the Swoop livery. This does exist in real life still, even though Swoop Airlines has ceased to exist. So this WestJet 747-800 will be heading out to Toronto Pearson today. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, here we Delta 757-200 in the Gen 1 configuration. So yeah, so that's a really beautiful aircraft here. We'll say this aircraft will be heading out to New York John F. Kennedy. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, here in the Avianca Airbus A320-200, and you'll be soon making a flight out to Bogota in Colombia. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, here we Southwest 737-700. This aircraft is just riding from El Paso, and you'll be soon heading out to Washington National. So El Paso is a brand new Southwest destination over at my fictional airport. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, here the highly beautiful United Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the here New York/New Jersey livery. So yes, I almost got to fly this aircraft in real life if my family didn't want to take an earlier flight. I could have gotten this aircraft, but it's all good. At least I saw this aircraft over at Newark. So what a beautiful aircraft in real life. So yes, so this United 757 will be heading out to Newark. So another Newark service from United, but United's been upgauging their capacity on their Newark services just because it's just overall a popular destination. Proceeding on to your next aircraft here with Spirit Airbus A320neo, taxiing out to the runway for a flight out to Las Vegas. Proceeding on to our first brand new model today's airport day here, the Mesa Airlines Bombardier CRJ-900 with the 3D aerials. What a beautiful Gemini disc model. Got them all for a great deal from the airplane shop. So this aircraft will be doing a flight out to Houston Intercontinental. And moving on to our next aircraft here, the Southwest 747-MAX 8 in the beautiful Canyon Blue retro livery. Yeah, what a beautiful NG model here. And this aircraft has just touched down from Chicago Midway, and he'll be soon heading out to Dallas Love Field. Proceeding on to our next aircraft here, the Delta Airlines Boeing 767-400ER. And we'll say this aircraft will be heading out to Amsterdam today, so change up the 767-400 services just a little bit. Proceeding on to our next aircraft here, an American 787-8. And this aircraft will be doing a flight out to London Heathrow today, so grateful to include the 787-8 in today's airport date. And that model has not been out in the wild. Has not been out in the wild on the airport layout. Alright, so proceeding on to our next aircraft here, the JetBlue Airbus A321-200 in the mint livery. What a beautiful NG model here. And this aircraft will be soon heading out to New York John F. Kennedy. Proceeding on to our next aircraft here, the United Express CRJ-550. And this aircraft will be heading out to Cleveland today. Proceeding on to our next aircraft here, the Allegiant Airbus A319. And this aircraft has just arrived in from Allentown in Pennsylvania. You'll be soon heading out to Peoria later on today. And moving on to our next taxi aircraft here, an Air France Boeing 787-9, and he has just landed in from Paris Charles de Gaulle, and he'll be taxiing out to the international gates. And alright, so proceeding on to our next taxiing aircraft here, a Delta Airbus A321-200, and this aircraft will be soon heading out to New York LaGuardia. Proceeding on to our next aircraft here, another Southwest 747-700. This aircraft has just arrived in from Oklahoma City, and he'll be soon heading out to Hartford. Proceeding on to our next aircraft here, the beautiful Northern Pacific / New Pacific Airlines Boeing 757-200, and he'll be doing a charter flight out to Nashville today. Alright, so proceeding on to our next aircraft here, British Airways Airbus A350-1000. That's taxiing a little bit off the center line there, so yes, I don't know what the British Airways pilots are doing on that one, but this British Airways Airbus A350-1000 will be heading out to London Heathrow today. So we got a few subscriber routes over here for these next two aircraft, so if you do want a subscriber route, use the Google form in the description below. So moving on to our next aircraft here, an Alaska Airlines Airbus A321neo. Any more to love deliveries. I know this aircraft has retired in real life, but the person who created this route really wanted me to use this aircraft, so we are using this aircraft in today's video. So this Alaska Airbus A321neo, any more to love delivery, will be heading out to Minneapolis, St. Paul today, or Leo's Papers Aviation's airport. Alright, so proceeding on to our next aircraft, here we have an Air Canada Boeing 747-MAX 8. So this aircraft will be heading out to Toronto or JB Aviation picks this airport. So that is a wonderful, both of these are wonderful subscriber routes. So, yeah. And proceeding on to our final taxi aircraft on all the taxiways at least. Here we have JetBlue Airbus A320-200 in the Spotlight livery. What a beautiful NG model here. It's going to become a collection favorite just because of its versatility. So this JetBlue Airbus A320-200 has just arrived in from Buffalo, New York, and it'll be soon heading out to Newark today. So that's it for all the taxi aircraft. Let's get started over at Terminal 1. And alright, so we'll be starting off with the United Airlines section over at Terminal 1. So starting off our first aircraft here, United 737-800. And we'll say this aircraft will be heading out to Los Angeles today. So so that's something a little different for the Los Angeles route. I normally send the -900 on that route. So, yeah. Moving on to our next aircraft here, United 747-MAX 9. And it'll be doing a flight out to Washington, Dallas. What a beautiful Gemini Jets model. Proceeding on to our next model here, the beautiful NG models United Airlines Boeing 737-900ER, and we'll send this aircraft out. We'll send this aircraft out to Denver today. Proceeding on to our next United aircraft here, United Airbus A321neo, and this beautiful aircraft will be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. We haven't seen this model in quite a while. Here we have an NG models United Airlines Boeing 777-200ER and the Star Alliance livery. So this aircraft will be doing a flight out to Honolulu today. Proceeding on to some international airlines. So starting off with our first international aircraft, here we have a Lufthansa Airbus A330-300, and we'll be sending this aircraft out to Frankfurt in Germany. Moving on to our next aircraft, here we have Qatar Airways Boeing 777-300ER, and this aircraft will be heading off to Doha today. So that is a wonderful aircraft there. Proceeding on to another JetBlue aircraft here, the beautiful JetBlue Airlines Airbus A321neo and the balloon's tail. So this aircraft will be heading out to, he'll be doing a flight out to Los Angeles today. Proceeding on to our next aircraft is the beautiful Alaska Airlines Boeing 747-900ER in the One World livery, and this aircraft will be heading out to Seattle, Tacoma. Proceeding on to some American Airlines aircraft, we have a brand new model right here. Here is the American Airbus A321 in the PSA Airlines Heritage livery. So, yes, I finally got a new American model to add to the rotation over at this section. Yeah, it's been getting a little repetitive with my American models over at Jacksonville. So, I decided to get this new Gemini Jets PSA A321, and this looks flat out amazing. Really love this Heritage livery, and yes, and overall it's a great model, and hopefully I'll be able to get the Piedmont Heritage livery as well. So, so this model will be doing a flight out to Charlotte today. So, that's a great service from American Airlines. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, we have an American 747-800 with the new winglet logos, and this aircraft will be heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth today. Proceeding on to our next American aircraft, we have an American Airbus A321-200 with the Sharklets, and this aircraft will be soon making a flight out to Los Angeles. And proceeding on to our final American aircraft in today's airport day, here we have an American CRJ-900, and this aircraft will be doing a flight out to Washington National, and this is a PSA Airlines flight. So that is it for Terminal 1. And alright, so proceeding on to our next model in today's airport day, it's another new model taxiing out. So Contour Airlines has decided they'll be flying to Jacksonville, which is really exciting, and it's great to have another new airline to the airport, and they'll be joining the low-cost carriers over at Terminal 2. So that'll be cool seeing a regional jet over there. So so this Contour Embraer ERJ-145 has just taxied out from Terminal 2, and it'll be doing a flight out to Macon, Georgia, and that's their only service for now. So we'll have to see if Contour Airlines decides to expand over at my airport. And we got another taxiing aircraft between Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. Here we have JetBlue Airbus A320 in the Spotlight livery, Spotlight tail, I should say. And this aircraft will be doing a flight out to Providence, Rhode Island today. And alright, so proceeding on over to Terminal 2. So yes, the Southwest Airlines section does look a little bare bones on ground service equipment, just because I have just ordered some jet set models, Southwest Airlines ground service equipment, which is really exciting. So yes, we'll be finally having custom Southwest Airlines ground service equipment. I've seen a lot of my peers ordering them, and they have enjoyed jet set models as ground equipment. So I decided to order some for Jacksonville. And yes, there'll be a variety of different types of ground service equipment, which is going to be really exciting. And yes, and there may or may not be people as well. So a little 1/4 scale ground crew. So that's going to be really exciting. The airport's going to look so much more realistic in the next airport day. So stay tuned. Yes, and I really want to make Jacksonville even more realistic. I really want to put all my effort into this one model airport. And this to make this the most realistic fictional model airport I can make. Yes, realistic in quotations. At least it looks realistic, even though it's not a real-life airport. So, So starting off with our first Southwest aircraft. So no new Southwest models. Unfortunately, the airplane store didn't really have any Southwest models that it didn't already have. So that's kind of unfortunate. So, so this Southwest 747-800 in the Heart livery has just arrived in from Kansas City, and it'll be soon heading out to San Juan in Puerto Rico. Proceeding on to our next aircraft here, Southwest 747-MAX 8. He has just arrived in from San Antonio, and he'll be soon heading out to Memphis in Tennessee. Since it was 4th of July a few weeks ago, here we have the Southwest 747-800 in the beautiful Freedom 1 livery. And this aircraft was just arrived in from Baltimore, and he'll be soon heading out to Oakland in California. Proceeding on to our next Southwest aircraft, here we have another Southwest 747-800 with a split skimmer winglets. And this aircraft has just arrived in from Birmingham in Alabama, and will be soon heading out to Louisville. And proceeding on to our final Southwest aircraft in today's airport day, here is Southwest 737-700. This aircraft is just arrived in from Pittsburgh, and will be soon heading out to Houston Hobby. Proceeding on to our next airline, so here we have Allegiant Airbus A320-200. He's just arrived in from Hagerstown, and will be soon heading out to Portsmouth. Moving on to our next aircraft here with Spirit Airbus A321-200. And this aircraft will be soon heading out to St. Louis. That is a new Spirit Airlines destination over at my fictional airport. Moving on to our next aircraft here with Spirit Airbus A320-200 with defense tips, so something a little different there. And this aircraft was just riding in from Boston and will be soon heading out to Richmond in Virginia. So Richmond is also a new destination, so really excited to see there. Moving on to our next aircraft here is Sun Country 747-800. He'll be doing its typical service out to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Moving on to our next aircraft here from Breeze Airbus A220-300. And this aircraft has just arrived in from Springfield and will be soon heading up to Santa Ana. And proceeding on to our final aircraft over at Terminal 2 here, the beautiful Frontier Airbus A321neo and the Chopper, the Great White Shark Tail. And this aircraft will be soon heading out to Chicago O'Hare. And yeah, that does conclude Terminal 2 in today's airport day. And alright, so proceeding on to Terminal 3. So no new changes over at the Delta section at least. So yeah. So starting off our first aircraft here with Delta Connection CRJ-900, and he'll be doing a flight out to Cincinnati. Proceeding on to our next Delta Airlines aircraft. So we have not seen this aircraft in a while. Here a Delta Airbus A220-300. And this aircraft will be soon making a flight out to Boston. Moving on to our next aircraft, here we have Delta 747-900ER, and he'll be loading up his passengers for a flight out to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Proceeding on to our next aircraft, here we have Delta 757-300, and this aircraft will be doing a flight out to Atlanta, Hartsville, Jackson. So it's a flying pencil. What a beautiful Gemini model. Proceeding on to our next Delta aircraft, here we have Delta 737-800 with the split skimmer winglets. And he'll be making a flight out to Salt Lake City later on today. Moving on to our next aircraft with the beautiful Delta Airlines Airbus A350-900. And he'll be doing a flight out to Paris Charles de Gaulle. So what a beautiful Aviation 400 model. And moving on to our next aircraft here for Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330-900neo. And he'll be soon making a flight out to Edinburgh. So that's a different route for Virgin Atlantic. And alright, so proceeding on some taxiing models between terminals 2 and 3. So starting off with our first taxiing aircraft, here will be WestJet 747-700, and it'll be doing a flight out to Calgary. Proceeding on to our next aircraft here, Frontier Airbus A321-200 in C the Bald Eagle livery. So that's a model I haven't used in a while either. So this Frontier A321 will be heading out to Charlotte today. And alright, so moving on to our next aircraft here at KLM 777-300ER, and you'll be doing a flight out to Amsterdam today. We have a brand new Gemini model right here. Here we have the Emirates Airbus A350-900. So this is another airplane shot model. Grateful to have a new Emirates model long last, so we can stop using the 777-200 every time for Emirates. So yes, that is really nice to see, and I'm really hoping to get the 777-300ER and the A380 as well. But the airplane store did not have those, so for a good price, I should say. So yeah, so I just settled on this A350 there. So that was a little tongue twister there. So this Emirates Airbus A350-900 will be heading out to Dubai today. So yes, I know Emirates hasn't began service with these aircraft yet, but it's a fictional airport, so might as well include this aircraft. Moving on to our next aircraft here at Air Transat Airbus A321neo, and this aircraft will be heading up to Toronto Pearson. We have our last new model in today's airport day here, the Gol Airlines Boeing 747-MAX 8, and he'll be doing a flight out to Brasilia today, and that is a long narrow body flight. That's around an 8-hour flight from this fictional airport, so Yes, grateful to include Gold Airlines, and this is another beautiful airplane shot model. So yeah, so grateful to finally have Gold Airlines to represent this unique service they do to some Florida airports. And this is our final aircraft in today's video. Here are the Viva Aerobus Airbus A320-200. Who's just riding in from Guadalajara in Mexico, and be soon heading out to Monterrey. So that does conclude Terminal 3 over at my Jacksonville Fictional Airport. And alright folks, so that does conclude today's airport date. So once again, this was the 34th Jacksonville Fictional Airport update, and this is for July of 2024. So yes, so that's it for today's airport day. Yes, there wasn't too many new models. It's mainly those airplane shop models, but it's all good. I'm grateful to use some models I haven't used in quite a bit over at this airport. And next month's update, we'll have a ton of new models and ground service equipment. I am really excited for this jet set ground equipment. This make the airport look so much more realistic, so stay tuned. I did put in $150 worth of ground service equipment, so yes, I ordered $150 worth of ground service equipment, so yes, that was a pretty big expenditure, but it's all good. This will make Jacksonville an even better airport. So in the next airport day, you should expect to see some brand new NG models, new Gemini jets, and new Aviation 400 models. So that's going to be really exciting, so stay tuned. We'll be having a lot of new reviews to the YouTube channel, new model reviews, and expect another Norfolk International Airport date soon. And yeah, so sorry about the lack of content for the month of July. I just have been really busy with work, and I also went on vacation for a week, which gave me less time to make videos. I really did enjoy my cruise to Bermuda out of New York, so I got to fly from Norfolk to Newark Airport, spotted a lot of planes in Newark, but I visited the airplane store in New Jersey, so that's really exciting. So I'm grateful that I was able to do that. Then I visited Manhattan in New York, so that's the first time I've ever been to New York City. It probably won't be the last, because when I become an airline pilot, a lot of pilots get based out in New York, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'll be coming back in the near future there. And then I took a cruise out of Bayonne, New Jersey, which is right by Jersey City, so I stayed in Jersey City. And then the cruise went to Bermuda, and Bermuda is such a beautiful place. Got the plane spot a little bit at Bermuda's only airport, so yes, I got to see Bermuda Air, and hopefully I'll be able to fly on Bermuda Air in the near future. Then I came back, events plane spot a bit more in Newark, and then we had a layover in Dallas, which Washington Dallas isn't the best airport for spotting. And then I came home, so that's basically the trip. Got to go to the airplane store. Got to spot a lot of United Special liveries. I spotted the two Hurrah Here liveries. I spotted a Star Alliance 767, so that's really cool. Then I got to see a lot of airlines that I've not seen before from my plane spot, like Austrian Airlines, British Airways, Porter Airlines. So yes, got to plane spot a lot. So yeah, so what to expect from content from the near future on this YouTube channel? I'll be soon starting college in 3 weeks. So I'll be starting on August 19th. So expect there to be a little bit less content. I'll still be staying at home, so we'll still be having this the Jacksonville Fictional Airport date. So this next Jacksonville Fictional Airport date should be at the end of August, and I'll have the new equipment, and I'll be while I'm in college. That's kind of cool. So yeah, so this is the last airport day before I begin my flying and going to college. So that's really cool. Yeah, so there'll be a new Jacksonville Fictional Airport update towards the end of August. And before I go to college, I plan on making another collection of videos. That's going to be really exciting. We've hit 300 models, so there's going to be a lot of new models in that, so can't wait to go over them. So that'll be coming out in the middle of August. And then expect another Norfolk International Airport date, and a realistic airport date, not a fictional one. So expect another Norfolk realistic airport date in the beginning of August, so we had to skip over July, unfortunately, for Norfolk. But yeah, so we got a lot of exciting services in the next Norfolk Airport day, and expect model reviews here and there. So that's basically the content schedule for August. So yes, so that's what you guys should be expecting for the month of August from the one and only JT Pilot. So yes, that is it for today's airport day. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful day. And yeah.